Mosiah's about to come separate. He said that's what he was going to do anyway. He said he was going to separate goats from the sheep. I'll pull that one up. He said he was going to separate these nations, and people keep thinking that it's going to be, you know, sunshine and rose petals, but it's not. But this is Matthew 25 and 32. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another. Why people keep wanting to come to this American view that everybody the same and one nation, well, full of nations and all this? That's abominable. Mosiah said he wanted nations separate. And he said, I will gather all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. That's what the Mosiah said. He's going to separate this, man. He's going to separate the heathens, these goats, from his sheep, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's what the Bible's talking about. People not reading it, man. We are the true people of God. We are the people. We are the chosen. That's why our ancestors sang Kumbaya. That's why, if you look into archaeology, you'll see that in archaeology, the Hebrew Israelites was a black people, and Moses was a black man, and Pharaoh, being an African, had us in slavery, and the Most High had to bring us out of this condition. But this is the so-called Israelites according to antiquity. So why can't we believe? Because we think we know. And we're content with being over here and staying over here in this condition. But that's that pride again. But the Most High is going to destroy you. And we're going to laugh. And we're going to celebrate. But now they desire a better country. That is an heavenly. Wherefore God is not ashamed to be called their God. That lets you know right now, the Most High is ashamed of us right now. Because we're not living the way we're supposed to be living. The Most High is ashamed of us right now. Because we've forgotten who we are. We've forgotten where we come from. And we don't care. You would think somebody's out here reading the scriptures. You would think somebody out here reading the Bible, talking about God, that there'll be a flock of people wanting to hear about their Maker, wanting to hear about the Most High, want to hear about God. But no, they rather go to some wicked church, to Reverend Bacon, Bishop Bacon, you know what I'm saying, Pastor Porkchop, who's going to sit there, take your money, and lie to you, and tell you a fairy tale. And not tell you the truth. Because right after service, they're going to have some ham hocks and some pork served down in the kitchen for $10.99 a plate. So you'll go ahead on and believe that wicked ass preacher, and continue to believe that wicked ass white man, and believe your own wicked ass self and all your own abominable own doctrines. But now they desire a better country, that is in the heavenly. Wherefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he hath prepared for them a city. By faith Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that hath received the promises offered up his only begotten son, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called, accounting that God was able to raise him up even from the dead, from whence also he received him in a figure. By faith Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. By faith Jacob, when he was dying, blessed both the sons of Joseph, and worshipped leaning upon the top of his staff. By faith Joseph, when he died, made mention of the departing of the children of Israel, and gave commandment concerning his bones. By faith Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents, because they saw he was a proper child, and they were not afraid of the king's commandment. So that lets you know we don't supposed to follow this wicked. Didn't Pharaoh give a commandment to do this and do that was contrary to the Most High's commandments? Don't they America said we can go ahead on and do wicked ass things and homosexual marriages, we're supposed to say no to those wicked commandments. No to everything that's contrary to the Most High. And trust in the Most High and have faith in Him. But if you have faith in the Most High, you will keep His commandments. Alright? By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. And by faith, you're supposed to be refusing to be called an African American. I'm not an African American. I'm a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. All right? By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh, son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. So by faith, you will be rather continue this suffering that we're over here suffering for the Most High than try to go ahead and get pleasures in this world. Try to live a pleasureful life and try to acclimate ourselves to this wicked white man's world and this wicked white man's system. All right? Esteeming the reproach of the Messiah greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. All right? So he esteemed, say, look, I'd rather live and be with my people. I'd rather live and get afflicted with my people than try to go ahead on and be on a top echelon, be the Kobe Bryants and the Michael Jordans and the Oprah Winfreys who win Oprah cent freelies who don't do nothing for their people. All right? Except corrupt them. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. So he said, I'm not worried about coming out to the highways and the byways, go out there living a life full of the Most High, obeying the Most High in the spirit of truth, doing what the Most High would say, suffering mockery, being laughed, being scorned, being partly made a gazing stock. Through faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he that destroyed the firstborn should touch them. By faith they passed through the Red Sea, as by dry land, where Egyptians are said to be drowned. Everything is showing through by faith. It's all by faith. By faith the walls of Jericho fell down, after they were compassed about 7 days. By faith the harlot Rahab perished not with them that believed not, when she had received the spies with peace. And what shall I more say? And what shall I more say? For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon, of Barak, of Samson, of Jephthah, of David also, and Samuel, and of the prophets, who through faith subdued kingdoms, brought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong, waxed valiant in fight, turned to flight the armies of the aliens. Women received their dead raised to life again, and others were tortured, not accepting deliverance, that they might obtain a better resurrection. And others had trials of cruel mockings and scourgings, yea, moreover, of bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawn asunder, were tempted, were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented, of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts, and in mountains, and in dens, and caves of the earth. And these all, having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise. God having provided some better thing for us, that they without us should not be made perfect. All right? So he says, wait a minute. They did all of this having faith. So you call yourself believing and trusting in the Most High, you got to have faith and endure all the things that our people are enduring to this day. Being on the bottom of the totem pole, being killed, hung, raped, being the bottom of the, having to go to them to lend for money, being on the bottom of the barrel, being mocked, laughed. We've been poisoned in every single way. Being poisoned in the air, poisoned in the water. Our GMOs, genetically modified organisms, put in the food. We got to endure all this. Being put in wicked neighborhoods with wicked niggas, learning how to shoot one another and smoke weed, crack, heroin, and all these other abominable things. We got to endure all this shit, mockery of people mocking